have chosen 3 of my signature themes off my Clifton report to teach you about them, which are futuristic, focus, and significance. I'll show you guys a couple of things that I do and make in my day-to-day to help me put my themes into practice. Talk a bit about the futuristic theme. I decided a vision board is a perfect object to represent this theme. A vision board is a collage representing a person's goals to keep motivation, and the futuristic theme is for people who observe and analyze information that informs better decisions. As I was reading my themes, this was the one that I automatically already knew I related to. As I was reading it, it describes it as a person who likes to think about and brainstorm what the future will be like, and that image motivates you and you're inspired for the better picture always. We're dreamers, and visions of the future is our caffeine, and people do enjoy talking to us to talk about their future because we help build a plan for them. We must make sure the picture is as vivid as possible so others understand it. This theme empowers me to keep on being the planner I am, but in a more structured way, so when I share my visions with others, they see what I see, and being futuristic can be very useful when planning big events or figuring out important steps in completing a long-term goal. Now I'm going to talk about focus. I've decided that items such as agendas, family calendars, writing memos around the house, any reminders you're sure to check are perfect items to help incorporate these themes in your daily life because reminders keep you up to date on tasks you must accomplish, and the focus theme is for people who make things happen. We ask ourselves constantly what's next. We like clear instruction. If not, we can be easily frustrated. We're goal setters and they're our compass, and we prioritize to always stay on course. We're good at filtering stuff to get something accomplished. We're good at knowing if something is good or bad, and we are to remove the bad to stay on track. We tend to be efficient, but we tend to be impatient with any obstacles and delays, and we keep the show rolling because when we work in groups, we remind them to get back on track, and I figured this would relate to me since it's a bit similar to the futuristic theme. And I personally love to plan in a practical way to achieve everything before its due date. It's actually therapeutic to cross something off my to-do list, and it empowers me to take more leadership tasks since it says I could possibly be a good person to leave in charge. And I can use this to my benefit in the future in my career over time. As I build my way up, I will be able to take higher positions and monitor groups or maybe run a whole company smoothly. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the significance theme. I decided a self-reward chart is a great object to represent this theme. I've decided to create my very own, as you can see, and it's a system based off points where, for example, school-related stuff, completing it is 2 points each, and non-school-related tasks are 1 point. And I can prize myself in different ways. Let's say I get 30 points by Saturday night, I can treat myself to something nice for the hard work, or if not, I should probably sit down and take some time going through my notes and so forth. And significance is basically people who not only want a life with meaning, but make impacting and lasting decisions. We don't like wasting time or do stuff just because others do so. It says I like the feeling of significance in others. Who doesn't like the feeling of appreciation? We want others to hear us because of our uniqueness and to feel significant. We appreciate the feeling of recognition a lot, and we want to associate with other people who are at our same or higher level. But if they're not, we try to best motivate them to aspire to be better. We're independent and we see work as a lifestyle, not a job, and we prefer when we're given free rein to let creativity flow. And we're not good at team projects, more like everyone has your own separate task, and we crave qualifications. This theme empowers me to keep thriving for greatness, a non-stop progression, and I see myself using these themes for when I'm starting my new job to always strive to do my best, to be recognized and meet my boss's expectations so he sees I'm worthy of promoting and no task is too big within my career. Now moving on to my interests and personalities based off my plan, they are that I'm social, enterprising, artistic, conventional, investigate, and realistic. I am also ISFJ, which stands for introverted, sensor, feeler, and judger. Now finally, I'm gonna connect my other tests to these themes. I was noticing based off the 3 themes, they're all connected with a secured feature, either to me planning, taking steps, and working to achieve it. They all have to do with me working towards a goal. So I think the sensor personality, which is a more realistic thinking, helps me knowing and planning for a more realistic future, so I'm not hyping up to false expectations. And as a judger, since I tend to be decisive and very follow through, I do good in a position with even more responsibility. Then enterprising is also another word used to describe me, which says I'm ambitious and competitive for all of my secured future, and social helps me for a future knowing how to successfully work with others to resolve something and proceed successfully. Then just like my themes, my work values assessment says as well I appreciate achievement, recognition, and independence. And to wrap this all up, my number 1 career suggestion is anything in management.